What TV intro goes way harder than it has to? Ed the Bootstrap Paradox. Great paradox. Love it. And the sequence ends with the Doctor playing Beethoven's Fifth on electric guitar, which transitions into the regular intro, but with electric guitar. Even cooler is that both Beethoven's Fifth and the intro on electric guitar were played by Peter Capaldi, the actor of the Doctor at the time, because he plays the guitar. Firefly, that mix of Western and sci-fi with the haunting ballad kicking in just set the tone perfectly for the verse. Can't help but sing along every time. Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. It's nostalgia and space cowboy vibes all rolled into one. Serenity now and forever, folks. I think Batman the Animated Series should be a contender, as I feel like the intro was given higher production value and probably a more prestigious outsourced studio. I think it really set the tone for the show, so I personally believe that on a technical animation level, few episodes match the intro. Community, because the contrast between the lyrics and the bop hit hard. Give me some rope. Tie me to dream. Give me the hope to run out of steam. Somebody said it could be here. We could be roped up, tied up, dead in a year. I can't count the reasons I should stay. One by one they all just fade away. The Attack on Titan intro doesn't just go hard, it storms the gates with the force of 1,000 Titan attacks. It's like they decided, let's not just set the tone, let's obliterate it with epic music and visuals so intense you'll be ready to fight giants yourself by the time the episode starts. The Simpsons, from the cold opening to the closing couch gag, it's just pure Danny Elfman mayhem. You get a perfect understanding of the family and the world they live in, and it's funny as hell. I like the theme songs from a bunch of Disney cartoons from my youth: DuckTales, Tailspin, Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck. There was also a Johnny Quest reboot in the late 90s. That was great. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. The Netflix adaptation of a series of unfortunate events is a literal children's show, and it might be the only show I've never once skipped the intro of. The theme from The Equalizer TV show, written by Stuart Copeland from The Police. The Equalizer main theme. Both openings for the animated Beetlejuice series are just so kick-ass. It must have taken up all their budget, lol. Why did they do it twice? The X-Men the Animated Series intro doesn't just walk into the room, it kicks down the door with a guitar solo and a mutant energy blast. Nobody has said the Rockford Files yet. Am I the oldest person here? The Rockford Files. House. I love the entire album that intro is on. Mezzanine by Massive Attack, for those wondering. Theme is Teardrop Feet, Sinead O'Connor. Bluey. Fucking rocking Bo Dudley beat song that mixes up fucking time signatures, leads into a kid's show. That's amazing. I Dream of Jeannie. The entertainment value of the opening and closing theme is arguably more than of a typical episode. I loved the intro song for Different Strokes. It became haunting later as a lot of those kid actors are no longer around. Batman the Animated Series. Smallville was pretty elite. I haven't skipped the intro once, and I've watched it all the way through a couple times. Serial Experiments Lane. Yeah, it stands on its own legs as an anime. The opening theme is like hauntingly good. Many 90s cartoons: X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman Taz, Gargoyles, DuckTales, Woohoo, Gummy Bears, and Knight Rider, Airwolf, Battlestar Galactica, Either, Miami Vice, Original Magnum Pie, Knight Rider, Tour of Duty, Barney Miller, or The Streets of San Francisco. I'm getting old. I mean, Golden Girls was also before my time, but I'm ashamed to not see it here. MASH goes so hard. Suicide is painless. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That Sonny Sharrock intro made me ask my parents for a guitar. This is an old one, but the lyrics version of the MASH theme song is depressing as fuck. The Nanny. Most of the 90s shows had great intro music, but the Nanny song is iconic. Surprised no one's mentioned the Power Rangers theme song. Peak 90s power metal. Star versus the forces of evil. I'd cow, but it eventually led me to discover metal. So many good ones from the 80s. Knight Rider, A Team, and motherfucking Airwolf. This is the way it is. Earth got used up, so we made a bunch of other Earths. Good times, the Jeffersons, Starsky and Hutch, Barney Miller, Sanford and Son. Game of Thrones. I chanted the shit out of that intro before every episode. While scrolled forever and haven't seen Law and Order SVU, are you kidding me? All that and The Nanny, and honestly, all the Miller Boyd greats of 90s TGIF. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air intro goes so hard it could be its own music video. The OC, not an original to the show. But Dan, does it make a cold build-up? Justice League animated series. Sense8. Money Heist, La Casa de Papel. The Game of Thrones intro is more epic than my entire day. And I love it. Show has no real intro, but the outro of Red Dwarf is a fucking banger. Adventure Time's so simple. Put down all Adventure Time songs hit though. I'd reckon Scooby-Doo Your Choice has one of the most iconic intros. The Jeffersons, Moving On Up. Still know all the words, still slaps. Succession, mainly because the theme music is so ridiculously epic. Bro, Fresh Prince intro goes way harder than my alarm clock at 6 a.m. Attack on Titan, 90s Law Order. Yem. Josie and the Pussycats. Hong Kong Phooey. Welcome Back Carter. Fairly Odd Parents. SpongeBob. Drake Josh. Narcos, that 70s show. Cheers and The Wonder Years from back in the day. All TGIF shows. Yellow Jackets. Vikings makes me want to build a ship and destroy civilization. Honestly, Orange is the New Black has such a banger for the intro. Bones. They got freaking the Crystal Method to do their into. 90s X-Mentors. Black Sails. The music slaps and the visuals are really cool. Shocked nobody has mentioned Bill Nye the Science Guy yet. Most adult animations. Family Guy. Futurama. American Dad. Power Rangers. Dragon Ball Z Japanese and Spanish version. Phineas and Ferb. Along with every song in that show. Emergency. 1970s show. Dear Team 1980s show.